This is a story of survival, of the endless pivots, the challenges, the ever-changing rules, the need to save jobs and keep people safe, and keep a business going all at the same time, and trying to preserve the true essence of hospitality, which, after all, makes life worth living.
You had to find a way to survive. Every day, I always carried the weight of that, and I knew that I was not able to provide for my family. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, it went overnight having zero understanding of what the hell was going to be happening, no understanding of what government support, if any, we would have, how we would be able to pay our staff was 100% the hardest thing about the whole thing.
You know, we shut the door, we shut the shutters for the first time in 10 years.
Shocking to be having these conversations with these cafes who are probably going to close forever. A lot of people in tears and a lot of worry.
How do I go and work? How do I keep my staff employed? Everyone's struggling, like what am I going to do?
This is the story of how London's cafes and bakeries and restaurants made it through the pandemic. They turned themselves into shops. They became takeaways. They learned how to make food they could pack into cardboard boxes and load onto delivery bikes or in carrier bags, carefully handed to customers by the side of the road. They bought gallons of sanitizer and put up barriers and worked long, lonely hours in face masks in hot kitchens, making amazing food for their communities, and still tried to hang on to everything that makes restaurants such a valuable part of our lives.
So we all got together, all the boys, and we said, right, what are we going to do about this situation? Shall we close? Shall we scale down? And they all went, no, we don't scale down now. Yeah. You know, we're frontline. We're all prepared to be shoulder to shoulder. We're gonna see what we can do.
In lockdown, suddenly I became the egg dealer, the flour dealer, the sugar dealer. And I was like running around knocking on everyone's door going, here's your beautiful eggs from Cornwall, and like running around. And then everyone started talking to each other. Everybody started like having a community. It really it reminds me of what a community should feel like.
I think we're all learning to live locally, support locally.
COVID hit town, and it hit town hard. Yeah. And people, the messages, the emails, Finn and Flounder, you've saved our life. I mean, saved our life. I mean, we're just doing what we do. We were bringing fish to their door. We were putting the bag down. Thumbs up, eye contact. We're off, you pick your bag up.
Lots of people were putting up food parcels, you know, asking for leftover bread, you know, trying to reach homes where people were isolating and couldn't, you know, come out. There was a real sense of community spirit.
I wanted it to be like proper. You come here, you get the bomb food, and you're not, you know, and I wanted the young people to know that that's what they were coming into, and it wasn't anything compromised.
So when lockdown came, I contacted my tenants and I said, don't pay me any rent. Just right early, you know, quite early, and they were like, great, fantastic. In some cases they didn't, and it helped, and now they've reopened and they are paying their rent again. And this is Fran, who's kept going the whole way through the pandemic and has done a fantastic job with this shop. Every day, 8 till 11, didn't shut. The whole road shut, the whole of London shut, and she was still there every day. Amazing.
I think we did something like close to 1,000 deliveries in our first 3 days. Just thought, let's keep it really, really, really simple. Go back to basics. Yeah.
We actually employed staff instead of redundantly. Yeah, and we actually employed more people. We managed to support our suppliers. For us, it was the sustainability of the overall economic situation. So make sure your staff is paid properly, and then make sure all the suppliers are supported.
The other nice thing has been kind of seeing how everyone's tried to support each other and trying to, you know, carry on buying good ingredients and, you know, partly using some local shops, but also partly trying to support some of your producers.
know that when they come out of COVID that they have this community there that's actually quite special. So it's been like a strange sort of kind of test socially about how people sort of respect each other's businesses.
People really enjoyed. It actually was a really nice thing to have, you know, a meal that was cooked. And I think almost in a way there's elements of what lockdown has created that might change people's eating habits at home.
We can work less hours and there is a solution.
There's lots about this period that we can take forward as positive things because it's forced everybody to kick out habits. And like certainly like, as a bread wholesaler, it's been real nice to be able to say to people, yo, we can't do that right now, it's too hard. And people are just like, cool, what can you do?
It was the community around us were so supportive in reaching out and be like, are you able to deliver, can you do this?
People feel quite loyal now and because they've had to spend a lot of time at home and they're in their communities for the first time, you want to support something local and you want that local place to stay and you want that to continue being part of the community because it's been such a high point and you feel kind of quite engaged with their success.
As soon as we started seeing everyone again, it was actually really quite emotional and it was really lovely to see people having come back in. And slowly it's kind of picked back up and it's been lovely.
We're a community bakery, you know, we're the heart, well, we always want to be the heart of the community and welcome in people.
And we'll have documents like this to show that despite all the negatives, there was a lot of positives around and there was a lot of inspiring stories. So I think this is a very powerful project.
This is the story of London's food industry through the pandemic and how, in spite of it all, a community flourished.